Well. If it isn't the L&C Podcast back in action, I thought it would never happen. Lorenzo's doing his usual, although it is April 1st, so this could be a legit prank, not just some typical antics, pretending to be frozen. We'll see if there's anything more elaborate to this. I just watched Space Shuttle take off, so that was cool. Were you following that at all?
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah,
but it's like
neither. I'm serious because I just walked in. I was rushing home from work to do this, and I walked in and it was on the TV. My boyfriend had it on the TV and was telling me 1 minute until it launched, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, sure, And
I could have went in person. Y'all ain't that far from it. You should be at every space shuttle launch in person.
What? Where does it happen? That? I don't think it's in Virginia. Is it?
I thought it was.
No. Let's look.
Wait, I thought it was. I was very confident until now. Now I'm just like slightly less confident,
Let's see. Where does it launch from? In Florida. Florida?
Oh, shit.
I was like, I think I would be tracking it more if it was nearby, because I want to know if there's going to be some falling debris from the explosion. Fingers crossed that there is no explosion, but I just want to make sure I'm not in the debris field in the event.
Make sure that your car's in the area, so,
right.
Get a nice fat paycheck. You know what I'm saying?
We have different motives. You're thinking, I want to be there. I want to get paid. I'm thinking, I want to just keep my car. Yeah.
My car needs repairs, so if something happens to it, then the insurance will maybe cover everything. Mine does too,
but the thing with mine is it's all shit that's provably before the government's involvement.
Yeah.
There's already rust buildup on my shit, or there's already,
I'm fucking done. That's actually pretty serious.
It's there's a timeline that can be. There's a story to be told with my.
This shit is old as fuck.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you? It's been so long. We did a podcast. What was it? A month ago. That was coming off the heels of our most viewed episode ever, which was surrounding the drama with a homeless person who got a little too big for his britches, which I should have known better. But what can you do?
We all make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, it could have been worse. You could have invited them to live with you. So it's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's hard.
Could have been worse. But what's going on with you?
I'm on the come up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all detail per detail about the come up when probably next episode, you know what I'm saying? Or whenever the come up is officially, when I'm walking, you know what I'm saying, beside the come up, move slow motion style into a room, you know what I'm saying? When it's here, you know what I'm saying? Because right now it's coming, it's on the way, you know what I'm saying? It might take a few bathroom breaks, we don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully it fucking hits that pedal and floors it. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, we don't know. But when it's here, I'm gonna let you know, hey, come on over, it's here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
because you're interviewing for new jobs, right? Because right now you do tow truck driving and towing, roadside assistance, not day ruining antics.
Not day ruining antics.
Which, by the way, I've had to go to the neighborhood towing depot twice in 1 month, and it was my fault both times. But it's just one of those things where it's why does this exist? Why does this
They get paid good.
Have to happen everywhere? Why does it have to happen everywhere? Why can't I just live in a place right in my own neighborhood without the fear of me or my friend or my dad in one case getting their car towed and having to pay out the ass.
Because capitalism also, you've got to be in fear of something. You can't have peace. Peace is illegal. If you're too peaceful, we're going to stop that shit no matter what. And by we, I mean the government.
I don't think you've ever said anything truer. I think that is right on the money. I mean, there's no dull moment ever. You just have to, if you slip up, they will take it all. They'll take everything.
Let them. It's like you know how bugs could crawl into any crack, and then they're in that bitch, and you're like, oh fuck, this motherfucker's in here. Like, you know, how am I gonna get them out? Is there more? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that. You know, you give them the slightest chance to get in that bitch, they won't get in that bitch.
Except it's not a bug. It's like somebody punching through the drywall and prying it open, like John Cena in the green screen. You know what I mean? It's more like that because they just force their way in. They don't care how lubed up it is. They don't care how prepared you are or aren't.
Wailing aggressively. They're just like, with some fucking Hulk hands with some brass knuckles on that bitch. Just wailing aggressively through the drywall.
So the job hunt's going well, though. You're saying that you could have a new thing pretty soon, and you'd be happy with that.
I'm feeling good. Look, I'm trying to be happier than Pharrell in 2016. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it? No, 2013.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say 2013. I think it came out 2013.
Let's put it this way: there are kids being born who will never know what that song is. They'll never have heard it before. There are kids alive today, not being born, that are alive right now. They're in middle school, and they've just never heard it.
It's a good song, high key. It's very happy.
It is, but it was overplayed.
No, that part for sure. Yeah,
way overplayed. I heard it way too much to the point where I could sing it now, and it's like
still verbatim.
And that ruins it a little bit. That to me, that kind of takes it down a notch, where it could have been played a classy amount and not shoved down my throat.
A classy amount. He should have had different genre remixes. That's what he should have had.
Mm-hmm. You know what I would say the equivalent is now is that K-pop song, the one that won the Oscar, the Golden.
Like oh yeah,
I don't even know the words. I couldn't even tell you the words. I just know that I've heard the song too many times. Yeah. I'm over it. I don't want to be standing pumping gas at Wawa hearing that shit. I don't want to.
Yes, bro. I see people walking down the road singing out loud. People everywhere I go, somebody's playing it, and I'm like, all right. And I know the song at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're going up, up, up.
I wish it would get out of my life.
I'm fucking done.
Well, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing all right.
I was getting there. I was transitioning. It's called I don't know what it's called. I was transitioning though.
No, it's okay. And that's great news that you're transitioning. I'd like to be at the surgery.
Do they let people at the surgery? I hope so.
I'll find a way, and I'll be there with the camera because everything's content. And we need another big juicer like 2 episodes ago. We need a reason to pop
If that's
off.
what y'all want, to put it in the comments. If that's what y'all want, that's what I'll do. I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it as many times as I got to. I'll get it done, get it undone, get it done, get it undone. I'll do it every week.
At least you're open about it. At least you come out, you say, hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I want to do, and I'm doing it. You know, I tip my hat to you for that, because there's so many people who they're ashamed of it, or, you know, they're cagey about it, or they live a double life. You know, I just want to say this. I'm leaning into something. I don't know if you've seen it yet or heard about it, but I mean, I just personally, I have just been, it's been a weird year so far. It's only April. It's April 1st as of this recording, and I just feel like it's been whiplash from day to day. Like some days I'm riding high from something, You know, I've produced a couple shows all on my own that have gone, you know, pretty well, and that's a great feeling. But everything in between that, surrounding that, all around it has just been, your car gets towed, or you get pulled over, or you're, you know, shopping for insurance, and because you got a DUI, it's like the premiums are insane. You know,
I gotta find new insurance.
You gotta find new insurance.
I was thinking about not doing it, but they'll cancel my registration if I don't, and I already paid for it, so you don't get a refund on that.
Nope. No, you do not. No, you do. Thankfully, it's not that expensive, but it's just one thing in a pile of other expenses, you know, that just add up. Yeah. And it's just so my money has not been right all year. So navigating that and then trying to put on shows and events and show up and perform and put on the you know, the smile or whatever, it's been tough. You know, so like I said, some days it's great. Other days I'm like, put the bullet in my head now. I'm ready. And I would just drive off into the sunset to heaven or wherever, and I'd be happy with that. You know, I've done enough. Some days I've done enough. Other days I could do more.
That's life. Also, I'll tell you this. I didn't read the Bible, but I know if you kill yourself, you're definitely not going to heaven. I know that much.
No, I'm saying, like, I'm ready. If someone else, like if I had a dispute at 7-Eleven and someone took it upon themselves, I'd be happy with that. That's what I'm saying.
Did you have a homeless man and where you're like, hey, watch this specific video, and then like you're going to be at a 7-Eleven a lot more often, and when he watches the video, he's going to kill you? Is this like a plot you're doing?
Like I made a sleeper agent? Is that what you're saying?
So did you watch the Diddy documentary?
I did, but I don't know what that's referencing. I don't know what you just said.
So you know how
has to do with that.
You know how the Crip was talking about, he was like, yeah, he was in a room with like 100 of us, and he was like, I really want these guys dead, man. If somebody killed me, I give them. That's what I'm saying. Okay, right now, you have specific people that watch this, and you're like, man, if someone ever shot me at a 7-Eleven.
Listen, I've come pretty close this year. I've come pretty close, and we're just getting started. We're in the beginning of Q2.
It's the 4th month. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm right there with you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but good. Not good, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm glad we understand each other, because I mean, I'm beaten down. I don't know what there is to live for. I look for things to give me hope, and then stories like these come out that I'm about to pull up that really just give me a reason to live. They give me someone else to look at and laugh at and kick while they're down.
Like, oh my gosh.
That give me something to stand on, because they're on the ground writhing in pain. I think we've talked about Christy Nome before, haven't we? The lady who shot her dog, who was
holy shit,
who was in charge of the Department of Homeland Security recently until she was let go.
White woman that would shoot her dog. I thought that was like taboo for them. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, so this lady, she was a state governor who then turned Trump cabinet official.
And then she killed her dog.
Well, no, she killed her dog a long time ago, and she wrote about it in her autobiography. This bitch is crazy.
What? Oh my! She didn't even have to admit that.
Yeah, no, she didn't. No, that's completely correct. She did not. And you know, she's been made fun of on obviously SNL. South Park comes to mind. South Park, they're constantly making her melt, making her face melt from all the plastic surgery and stuff she's got. You can see she's had some work done.
She looks like a witch. Actually, let me stop talking about her on that note. Once I said she looks like a witch, I was like, let me stop talking. she's
this guy, so here's actually, this is funny. This is a picture of her next to Corey Lewandowski, who was a Trump. He's not an appointee. I don't think he actually holds an official cabinet position in the Trump administration, but I think he's just an advisor or maybe he's the I don't know. Basically, though, he's like one of the guys pulling the strings, and apparently they've been hooking up. She's not married to him. She's actually married to this guy on the left, whose name is Brian Noam, I believe, and he I don't know if he probably knows that they've been hooking up, these two. So that's been its own thing, you know, and people just kind of like side eye.
How long has this been going on?
I think for at least a year that people have been gossiping that they've been hooking up or they've been getting together or whatever. So, I mean, for a pretty long time. But as of the last, I think it was 3 days ago, a few days ago, pictures leaked. Pictures leaked to, I think, the Daily Mail of her actual husband, Brian. Let me just look up. Let me see what I can put on here. I don't know if I can. It's Brian with a Y and an O. Brian, which is already like a cool name for a guy. Here we go. This is what I like to see right here. He had pictures leak of him in what appears to be a really busty crop top or busty like shirt. Maybe it's like a yoga shirt. You see him there. Like those clearly aren't his, you know, and they blurred where the nipples are. The nipples are all askew on either side.
Hey, yo. He's like, I went it like really realistic. He's like, I went mom with 5 kids.
It's cool they used this picture because you can see this is before they clearly had both had work done on themselves. Him here on the left with this, and then her. And like the previous picture we put up where you can really see the lip filler. But yeah, so his I guess fetish was exposed, and it's just extra funny because they're obviously super conservative. I mean, this was the lady who was in charge of ICE, who was in charge of the mass deportation initiatives. She would make all kinds of promotional videos. I'm sure many of us have seen them on YouTube. They would come up whether you wanted to see them or not, of just like, hey, if you're an illegal immigrant and you're here, now's the time to self-deport now. You'd see those kinds of things everywhere. Those were all her pushing for that, in charge of that. And now her husband is outed as being a freak, like a complete PHREAK online, wanting to, you know, and it's not just cross-dressing, it's like this whole subcategory of cross-dressing called bimbofication. Let's look at the Daily Beast here. Noam's kinky bimbofication. Husband threatens to tell all. I love it. Please do. Please do. And that's what's so funny about this too, is that it's been confirmed by everybody involved that he's into this. That is right. So that he kind of confirmed it without confirming it. He confirmed it by basically not denying it, you know. and the person, he's like, I
don't want to lie. I have morals, but like, I don't want you to find out neither. He's like, you know, if you could neither confirm or deny, actually, matter of fact, let me stop talking now.
And there you can see here they're like a model Republican family here. I think they have kids. I don't know if they have kids together or if he has kids or she has kids from another marriage. I'm not sure, but I think there are kids involved. Which that's probably the. Here's a picture of Corey. I guess looking at her.
I'm done. Yeah.
I wonder how Corey feels about this, because it's one thing to have an affair with somebody. It's another thing to have an affair with somebody whose husband is a freak and has been outed as a sexual deviant. And I say that loosely. I say that I'm not here to knock people who are into being a bimbo. I think I can say that. I think that because that's what it's called. I don't think it's an insult. I'm not like blaming you. I'm just saying like this is the last person to be doing some shit like this, because that's what he thrives on, is bashing people who are into stuff like this, or like gay bashing and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they do it though, because they're it's deflecting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They hate themselves. They hate themselves, and they want to put it on the rest of us.
Let me read a little bit of this. Kristi Noem's husband has said he intends to share his side of the story after photos leaked of his secret cross-dressing life. When approached for comment about the photos, which showed him wearing huge fake breasts while speaking to bimbofication fetish models online, Brian Noem told the New York Times, quote, "I will at some point. Today is not the day. I appreciate your heart." Well, that's great.
Okay.
What a gracious response. His heart is full. His heart is bursting at the seams for the opportunity to explain why he has giant fake breasts on and is talking to, I think, like prostitutes.
Like, you know, who's more welcoming than prostitutes? You know, where are they going to do?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're very well-respected role models in society, but like, you know what I'm saying, they're very also
it's like
very
therapy.
kind,
It's like therapy because you make an appointment. If you have one you really like, you maybe visit their office or they visit yours. I think it's actually the other. They make a house call semi-frequently, and you know they're just there to listen and to look at your giant fake boobs.
It's like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
It makes me wonder too, like, so clearly she didn't know about this. I don't think Kristi knew about this, or like whether she'll admit she did or not is one thing. I genuinely don't think she knew about it, but it's like to see this be his fetish, like that it's exposed. I wonder how it makes her feel about her own plastic surgery. You know what I mean? Because it's like he's into ladies with big old boobs and big old lips and big old cheeks and shit.
I got these grapes, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
and is she like, wow, you know, because in the past she was like, wow, Brian is really body positive and very supportive of all my medical choices, and that's why I love him as a husband, because he helps me affirm my body. And now to find out, like, he's like, the bigger the better. Now she's like, oh, he was encouraging me for himself, and how far would he have gone if I didn't say no, if I didn't, you know, eventually stop myself?
That's her problem. She thinking too much about shit that don't matter. At first it's like, oh, he's supporting me, and then she's like, oh, how dare he support me? Like, that's what I'm saying. People don't want to be happy. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You think it way too much. Just let it be. You know, yeah. Everybody need a reason for everything.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, here's the one that they blurred. I just like that. I think there are several photos. I don't think it's just this one. I think this is just the tamest one, because I think there were some where he doesn't have a shirt on and he just has the apparatus on. Yeah, there's them with the baby. Maybe they do have a baby together. Yeah, that's kind of tragic.
Not tragic. It looks like her. It looks like both of them. I mean, that's how
babies work. Of him on it. That's
Stop.
Nice.
People are funny as shit.
There's their family, their traditional family. I could imagine. I could look, because that's like a dad right there. That's a salt of the earth American dad. Like being these kids and seeing this picture of your dad plastered everywhere, all over social media and the internet and everything. I would just
you know what? You're so fucking right.
I start walking into rooms and going, hey, if someone wants to show up tomorrow at, you know, Walmart, 2:30 p.m. be there. Someone's gonna need to get shot, and it may or may not be me. You know,
you gotta give them a reason. Sometimes some people don't give a fuck; they'll just do it to do it. But some people, you gotta give them a reason. You gotta throw some shit in the room. You don't even gotta hit nobody. You throw some shit in the room, that might just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who that motherfucker think he is throwing shit in this room? You know what I'm saying? What?
Anyway, so these are just, it's things like these that help me keep going, you know, that put a little more gas in the tank when it's so hard to do right now. It's $4 where I'm at. Where is it by you? What is it by you?
I think it's $4 as well, actually. Yeah,
most of like the corporate gas stations will stay around the same amount at or around $4, I think, and $4.50 might be like the highest it'll go, but still, that's from like $2.80, $2.90 a couple months ago. It's like,
what happened to Mr. Gas prices are going to be lowered? We're not going to war again.
I'd like to know the same thing. I think a lot of us would like to know whether we voted for him or not. That's what
said.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. We could, son, if you lie at any other job, if you come to a job, you're like, yeah, I come to work on time, I'm a hard worker, and then you show up and you're late as fuck and you don't do shit, they're not gonna keep you. We just letting this man do whatever the fuck he want and lie to us in our face.
At this point, he's not even being late. At this point, he's not doing what he said he would do, and he's golfing, and he's going to, like, the other day he went to a Supreme Court hearing to, I guess, intimidate the justices. I mean, why else would you go? It's like the first president in history to go to a Supreme Court session and sit there and mad dog the justices to be like, hey, push my shit through. And they didn't, thankfully. It was about like birthright citizenship.
You ain't about to bully me.
He's doing everything but his job. He's wasting time, money, and costing everybody theirs. I don't understand how you can support this. And there's people, I see people on Facebook and online talking about, like, I'm a MAGA American, I'm a MAGA person, but not because I support Trump. Bullshit. It is because you support Trump. That's why if you weren't supporting Trump, you'd use a different phrase. If you weren't supporting all this BS happening, you would try to distance yourself. It's like, it's such a cop out. Like, these people can't admit when they're wrong, and they can't capitulate in anything. It's just like, I was right the whole time, yet I somehow disagree with everything this guy is doing, even though I've been right the whole time, even though I voted for him, but I didn't vote for this, but I voted for him. And it's just, not to get political in the first 30 minutes here, which is another really easy way to just want to not be here anymore. But it's what's going on. It's what's happening. I want to talk to a guy next week. If you're free, I'd love for you to participate in the interview. You're talking to someone. I hope that they're important, or as important as the show is here. I hope. Who are you? Who's that?
I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, go. Man, oh man, oh man. I might just start doing these by myself because he's busy. I'm busy. We're both busy. But there's someone I'm going to have on that is well versed in the war going on right now, because he's from Lebanon. His family's from Lebanon. And I've been talking to an Iranian comedian as well, who I don't know when he'll be free, but I can get the guy from Lebanon on next week. That should be a great conversation, especially because I've been reading up on stuff, and I'll be a little more knowledgeable than I am right now. And we'll get to have a cool you'll get to have like a first-hand conversation with somebody from the region that is currently being invaded, which is crazy. That, again, no boots on the ground. I'll never start a foreign war. I'm ending more wars than anybody. Mr. Man has said, and time again. And yet, here we are. Here we are all because Daddy Yahoo says so. Look at that beautiful face, that beautiful mouth, the things I would do to that mouth if I got to see it in person. I have gotten to, he's actually, I think he is the only president I've ever seen in person. He's the only one, sitting or not. Right? Like, I haven't seen any living president in person other than Donald Trump. I went to the 250 Army parade in DC with my dad, who reluctantly joined me. I kind of tricked him into going. I didn't trick him, but I told him I wanted to go, and he was like, "Why do you want to go?" And I said, "Don't worry about it." And then the way I tricked him was that I was obviously going to record stuff and and just document it and have some fun. And he thought I was more going for just the spectacle and just to like watch from a distance or like hang out kind of nearby and not actually get into it. But we went through the security lines, which were massive. It was like bigger than TSA getting in there. It was for a whole lot of nothing. There was really nothing to write home about with the parade itself. It was kind of pathetic, just like everything that was reported on. The coolest parts, I would say, were the aircraft. They would have jets and helicopters and stuff flying over constantly. That was pretty cool. But everything else was kind of rickety and abysmal. But the crowd, which I saw a lot of people talking about the crowd size. The crowd sizes were reported as being small. I would have to disagree because, I mean, the National Mall was kind of filled up. What was pathetic about it was the lack of enthusiasm all around. There was really nothing going on. Like if they had some vendors or something on the mall, on the parade side that people could, engage with, that would be one thing. Everything good? You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you gonna be able to cut that shit out?
I mean, nothing came through. Nothing picked up at all. Like there's basically no sound. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when she first came in here and said something.
No, but I'm saying like nothing came through at all. It was just kind of like you looking around. So
I like that. That's beautiful. Excellent. Yeah. Great. I love it.
Like I said, more reasons to live every day.
Bruh, let me so now I got something to say after this to you, but it's all right though.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I ain't see it. But anyway, reasons to live. What's this, a parade? Who in there?
I was just saying that Trump is the only president I've ever seen in person. Only living president I've ever seen. And
that man be everywhere.
I was talking about the parade that I saw him at, and just how kind of underwhelming it was. This was him the whole time. He was just like clearly out of it. I wish I could zoom in here, but he's kind of just leaning up against the podium here, like kind of like hanging out, giving a speech because he was just tired. Baby needed a nap. There's Melania. There's Hegseth over there, all kinds of people. So.
They're not nice to me over there.
Yeah, Daisy. Why does Daisy have a cone?
She had this lump on her side, so I had them remove it. So like they shaved her hair and all that shit, so it has to grow back, and they don't want her messing with it. I had it around her neck originally in two different ways, but she like wasn't feeling that. She felt the need to put her legs through, so I just leave. It's perfect, honestly. This is honestly probably better than around her neck, honestly. So it's like a dress. I love it for her. She's got used to it. I got used to it, and she was perfectly fine. Like the same day, or it might have been the next day after it was the next day, because when I brought her home, she was a little like from the anesthesia, but the next day, when her food bowl goes off, she runs to that thing. But the day after her surgery, that bitch sprinted. I ain't never seen her move so fast. I was like, that lump was weighing her down. She moved twice the speed now.
How old is she now? How old is Daisy?
What year is it? She's 10. Yes, she's 10.
Okay, 10.
Indeed.
Here, hold her up. Show her off for a second. I'm gonna go get. I don't think I've showed off our new cat.
Look at her. Days on you. What you looking at? What you looking at, Snickles? I'm dying. You don't even care. You're funny. Hamdulillah. You see, Dave? Look.
This is our other cat. Our new cat, Silas. Hey, buddy. He's very chill. He'll let me hold him and stuff. He was homeless. He started making noise at our back window as my chair shrinks.
That's how I met Daisy, actually. Because she was outside and she kept running in. And I kept throwing her back out. But one day I was like, you know what? It's dark as fuck out there. I don't know what's out there. I wouldn't want to be out there. So I started letting her in at night. Mm-hmm. And then she'd like go back out at day and come in at night. And then when we moved, I just brought her with me.
Yeah. So makes sense.
Because like nobody else would have been there to feed her. I mean, she was killing shit anyway. She probably would have been fine, but like she'd have been alone. And we already had that bond. Plus, when I was packing, she sat in my bag. Mm-hmm. It was cute. I was like, aw. Aw. I know, right?
We didn't really plan for this episode. If you couldn't tell, if you're watching, listening, it's just kind of been off the cuff stuff. I mean, while I'm thinking about it, if we might as well just keep it political because, I mean, there really isn't a whole lot else going on. I'm sure you've seen this because this has kind of been everywhere. Did you see this incident?
Oh, what's her face? What's that? The Kirk girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kirk.
Drewski imitating Erica
like,
Kirk.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not Erica Kirk. I'm Drewski doing Erica Kirk.
Right.
Hey, yo.
And I'm just going to say this. For those of you, regardless of your political affiliation or, what, this was kind of funny. This was, silly or whatever. But I don't like Drewski as a performer, as a comedian. He's just never been funny to me. All his shit is so lazy. It's so like his whole thing is like kind of being dead, but like his show where he discovers people. What's like the rap show where he?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it is.
It's just kind of whatever. Like it's for a different audience than me. It's not for me. But you see this, and it's kind of like right on the money. Like this was the closest he's gotten to. Well, this made me laugh. Where he's never made me laugh previous. Like not even when he dressed up for the NASCAR thing and did white face for that or whatever you want to call it.
He stays doing that shit too.
This was funny. The most I'd laughed at Drewski prior to this Erica Kirk thing was when he got pulled over for like speeding in a neighborhood or residential area or some shit. Like I saw the body cam of that and was like, okay, this is good, But I mean, because there's like parallels, like there's side by sides of him, which they recorded intentionally, of course, of him saying things into camera the same way she does. And it's like they got the face proportions just right. They really did that.
I'm fucking dying. She's just mad because it's so accurate. That's what it really is.
Yeah, she's got the bug eye. Look at that thing going on.
That's the same person right there.
Oh man, he's just such a bad actor. That's what's so sad about it. Is that like yes, the makeup is great, but does he pull it off completely? No, it's just what I'm laughing at more than anything is the makeup itself and the framing of it. So props to his whole team, to the makeup artists, to the directors, whoever. They did everything they could in their power to make this funny, and that's what saved it. Not his acting ability is really lackluster. Like if Dave Chappelle did this, it would have been like, it would have done even bigger numbers because he could actually do an impression or he could actually like really sell it. Like he barely says anything. Like all the clips of this that you'll see, he barely says anything just because he can't, just because he's incapable of actually doing anything funny for an extended bit. So,
It's only
in my
like
opinion,
it's lines instead of dialogue.
you know, like if I did this, I would have like completely changed my voice, the way I acted. Like he's out there doing like breaking it down, doing like dance moves, like in the trap, you know, as Erica Kirk. And it's just like, can you just do the impression, please? And that's the problem, is that he can't. So anyway, that was funny. And so all this to say, there's people like losing their minds about like, if a white person did this to a black person, they would be canceled, or they would be, you know, they'd never hear the end of it. And it's like, that's not what this is. It's not even remotely the same thing. And, you know, like you'll see like, and people have done it. People have dressed up as black people. Like Jimmy Kimmel's done it. I'm a big fan of 30 Rock, and Jane Krakowski dressed up as a football player or somebody on that show, you know, who's like a black man, a white lady dressed up as a black man, you know. And it's like, and there have been tasteful ways to do it. And yes, those people did get reamed out on Twitter after the fact, way later, you know, when those things resurface or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, it's pretty harmless. And this is pretty harmless. You know what is harmful is what a lot of conservative white people would do if they put black makeup on, is like make it tar black and make the lips pink and then start doing a little dance and shit, which is like, that's what's wrong. That's what's like incredibly.
Some people know where to take it. Some people don't.
Like clearly he's doing one or two people here. He's doing like a stereotype of a stereotype. You know, he's doing a specific white conservative lady who may or may not be Erica Kirk, or I've seen a handful of other people, conservative influencers, who look like this. So you look at them all side by side, and they have like the hair, they have the mascara, they have like the makeup, you know, like look at her makeup, you know. So he's not doing is all white people, or a caricature of all white people, period, end of story, you know. Which
it's a specific
you could kind of argue he was doing that with the NASCAR thing, which is why I didn't laugh at it as much. It's just because I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, this is like, yes, is it alarming to see somebody dressed up like this who's black? Yes, clearly it is. Let me see. Yeah, NASCAR. But what is he really doing? But what is he really doing with this? Not a whole lot. He's just kind of like shaking up Twisted Teas and spraying them everywhere. He's just, you know, he's just doing like a country boy impression.
Yeah. Like we all know that guy. We know that guy. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the thing, is it's like back when minstrel shows were big, you know, in like the 20s and 30s, like post World War I, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what people said. Like, oh, we know him, you know, even though it's like bad, you know, like that's nothing like anybody. But it was like it was in to make the crudest, most
just random fucking you know what I'm saying, stereotype that could be sprung up
to but not random, like the crudest, most like on the nose, like you said, racial stereotype, like clear fucking I can't even think of the word. It was, you know, just to make a disgusting stereotype and then put it in a theater and make a show around it. That's what was in, you know. And that's what people said at the time. So for people to be like, yeah, we all know a guy like this, and like, who is the guy? I don't know a guy like this. I don't know this person. I've never met this person. This is supposed to be like all Southern people, all Southern white people, because he has sunburn or whatever, and the beard and the overalls and the flag tattoo. you know. So this,
You know,
this
wanna,
if I'm playing,
oh.
if I'm trying to see where they're coming from, this plays into, you know, an unnecessary stereotype. This plays into like, okay, like just have a white guy do this. Like, why are we doing? But the Erica Kirk thing, he's completely changing gender. He's completely like embodying like a handful of people, like public figures. Like, I think that's fair game. If you wanna dress up as a public figure and do some shit like that, can be very, very funny.
And it's like the group of people he's doing it, like nobody really likes them. You know who? I mean, like maybe like women in that same demographic, you know what I'm saying? But who's like necessarily like a Erica Kirk fan? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure she has them, but like she don't got them like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is a white guy next to him dressed up as the redneck character. So like, you can see he's joking about the resemblance here, which it's like, yeah, there's going to be people who look like that, sure, but the bit is making fun of Southern white people or rednecks or whatever you want to call it, hicks, hillbillies. You know, there's a ton of different words to describe this. It's just alarming, and that's what's supposed to make it funny. It's just, oh, he did that, and it's like the lowest possible thing. Again, props to the makeup artists and the people who had the idea or conceived of it and helped pull it off. Because I mean, like, if you'd have to really like get up close and rub your eyes to tell like this is a black guy, or like to even tell it's him under all that. So it's like, hats off for all those people. But to me, it's just like it's pretty low because it's just unremarkable otherwise, other than the makeup itself. But all the people going like, you know, if the white people going like, if I did this to a black guy, or if I did this to like a Mexican guy, I'd be like, you know, I'd lose my job, or I wouldn't be able to go outside again. It's like, get over yourself. You're just not that important. You're just not. You're just like, if you like, number one, you've never even done anything funny your whole life. The things you think are funny are child's play, or fucking, you know, the shit that you say to your friends in private.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. So
it's
just
nothing.
Number one, calm the fuck down. You're not that important. Number two, yes, this is crude. Yes, this is something, but he's doing. We all knew who that was immediately. You know, if you just put some black paint on, or whatever, or brown paint, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and started calling yourself Michael Jordan with a fake ball cap, with a bald cap on and shit, like nobody's buying that. And you just start doing a deep voice, you know, like, hey. You know, or if you want to dress up like LeBron or whatever, and you have a do-rag on because you can't get your own waves authentically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be offensive because you're just not going to do a good job. Like, let's see you do a really good job. Let's see you do so good a job that without even opening your mouth, without even a costume on, without like a Lakers jersey or a Miami Heat jersey, we could go, we know. That's MJ.
Yeah. We know, yeah.
That's Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? Like, whoever you decide, we need to, as a collective, say we know who that is just by looking at it, not even hearing it yet. And then I think it's okay. And then I think it's like, yeah, all right.
If it actually looks good,
you
and
won
not
that.
Like insulting. Yeah.
But most of the stuff you see it's like just racial stereotype heightened.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, what made you think that we were gonna laugh at this? Who did you think was gonna laugh at this, and why?
He's like, my friend, like,
yeah,
bro. Wait, and that's the thing I be saying. I say Kanye's got a lot of yes men around him, because when he said that like slavery was a choice thing back in 2018, he looked around the room like grinning, like he was like, when I said this before, motherfuckers said it was dope. So he was
Like,
looking
look
for
at
that.
this. This is too dark. This is not. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we're running low on time. I just want to. This is the Canadian Prime Minister, former Canadian Prime Minister, and it's like that's too dark. It's just too dark. It's just too dark. I don't care who you're being. It's too dark.
That's very ridiculous. That's like what
it's insanity. Like, it's like, where do you even find paint like that? Where?
I'm saying.
Show me, because I have no idea. I don't even know where to find that.
There's other people asking the same question.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if he just did, because he's trying to do Aladdin, I think, or something. You know, if he just did it normal.
You could have just got a tan. You could get to the tan.
Get a spray tan or something, you know, and you don't have to do that. And that's what they'll do. They'll, even the hands, like,
that's crazy.
They'll do.
And my thing,
and your thing is what?
I don't know. So when black people dress up as like pale skinned characters, we're not doing all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We just put the clothes on. All y'all do is put the clothes on. Motherfuckers gonna know. If they can't tell from the outfit, you ain't even do the outfit right, so you don't need to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit.
And here's the thing, right? When this was going on here on screen, this was all black people. This guy, he could have been black, he could have been white. Black people were doing this to themselves, too. Not a lot of people realize that. Black people would dress up and join these shows and play these characters themselves. You know, white people would too. These are two white guys. But so would black people, because it paid. And, you know, there's not a lot of working opportunities for black people at this time. And sometimes you gotta eat crow and dress up and do this. And in a way, dressing up and doing this as a black person, you're kind of taking it back. You're kind of in on the joke, so it doesn't feel as pointing and laughing. You know, it feels like you're a part of it at least, and you get to redefine what it means and make it more acceptable for yourself. All kinds of things. I could, you know, it's so nuanced. It's so much more nuanced than just dressing up as a completely insensitive, heinous caricature of an entire race of people. But
that part,
it's mostly that part. It's like even though black people were involved to something of a degree, it's still, the root of it is highly racist, plain and simple. Done and done. You listen to the songs, you watch the stories, it's all like, oh, I'm dumb, I've always been dumb, why am I so stupid, and I can't even think for myself. And then, you know, they come over and like, well, son, it's because of your brain's smaller than everyone else's, or you just can't, you're not capable. And then they do a song and a dance, and then the show's over, you know. And it's like, well, what is the content here? What is the substance? Let the substance speak for itself. You look at fucking Drewski as a NASCAR redneck, and you go, what is the substance? The substance is, oh yeah, Southern white people's stupid, and they get fucking, and they get farmer's tan with their overalls, and they let their titties hang out because they don't give a fuck, and they don't know how to. And I could shotgun a beer right now if y'all want, because that's all I know how to do. And it's like that. That's the whole thing. There's no greater message or anything. There's no like that's the whole thing. Cool, awesome, done. It's just, that's the mark of a bad performer, a bad comedian. There's no other joke there, and the fact that is a joke to you speaks volumes about you as a performer. It's like you think that's good enough, and then but if you step it up a notch, if they were doing like a public figure, if they were doing somebody who's like a bad person, somebody in particular, you know,
it always makes it funnier.
It makes it a little funnier. It makes and there's layers. There's ways to make it a little funnier and a little classier, but it's just kind of it's not just the bottom of the barrel, it's beneath even that. It's just kind of whatever. So I can see everybody getting mad, and I could part of me wants to just shrug it off and be like, okay, whatever. But part of me wants to explain, like some of the stuff he's done, I didn't find funny. I didn't really necessarily agree with myself, just because it's like, you could say there's a double standard, and people will argue, well, there's a double standard because it was done, so one-sidedly for so long that, they're owed a little bit that some people should be able to dress up as white people and get away with it. It's like
you gotta roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying?
That's one way to look at it. But the other way is it's like, can you just be funny and just like think of an actual joke and then tell that, and then actually like spark a decent discussion. Like this discussion's only happening now because I've chosen to talk about it because he finally did something kind of funny with it. It's like, okay, we all just saw the still image and we're like, that's that bitch. He got it. Makes sense.
That's her guarantee. Her mom would have got confused. Would have been like, oh my God.
Oh, Erica, how have you been? Yeah, you're a little taller. That's good.
It's like white chicks. I got knee enlargement surgery. You seen white chicks, right?
Erica, are you wearing a cup? Where did you come from? Baseball practice? Softball practice?
It's a menstrual cup. What I'm
Are you an umpire now? What's happening? I see some movement.
Hey, yo, that's a movement. Oh shit.
Anyway, I think I can't go on today. I just, like I said, I'm not.
It's not today.
Everything's fucked up. Everything's just too expensive. I hate everything right now. I hate it all. If you hate it all, please, in the comments, I want to hear about what you hate. If you hate the podcast, just let me know. I'll probably not listen, but I'll read it.
I think you're just at that age, you know what I'm saying? Hold up.
I've been like this for a while though, because it's just like every goddamn year there's something. There's always something.
When do you think it hit like 25? Like when do you think it hit?
No. I mean, like even before I graduated like high school, I was like, fuck me.
Oh, he's
like, is shit just like this all the time? Yes.
He's had a tired life. He's a tired man. I was very optimistic until like 23. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like I felt like I was too. I felt like I might have been a bad person. I wasn't though. Looking back at it, I was a great person. But then I tried being nice to people, and that's when everything started going to shit. So it's like, I know what I did wrong. I won't do it again.
Amen. All right, give us some advice. But before you do that, get ready to do it. I just want to say, come to my show thingy. I have a thing coming up that is on Easter, this coming Sunday. So if you don't have plans on the night of Easter, I know most of us go to brunch and pretend to go to church and do all that. If you're not busy at nighttime, come to, hang on, I got to pull it up. I got to really get my act together. Come to this show that I'm doing. I'm going to be playing jazz and opening for the Sonic Alchemist. I don't know if that's their album, but it's Eshan Sood. So I'll be opening for this person. And I'm just doing a few minutes up top. It should be a fun show. I listened to some of their music. They're a very great group, and you'll be in for a treat. It's a BYOB spot, so bring your own drinks and stuff and come hang out. Get your tickets now online. I'll have a link in the description, so get your tickets to the Sonic Alchemist Spring Tour this Sunday, April 5th at 7 p.m. Please be there and support local art. This is in DC, of course. The venue is Ernie's Place, so come to Ernie's Place in DC, 7 p.m. Tickets are $15 a person. You can get them online. Please get them in advance so they don't cancel the show. All right. Give us some advice, please. We need it. We can't think for ourselves.
I know it. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. I got the advice for you people. Okay. Advice number 1. It's getting warm out here, or at least where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? The wasps are out. The spiders are out. Both are out.
The white Anglo-Saxon Protestants are also out.
They're always out. They love the cold. They just wear different. They're still wearing shorts and t-shirts like they were in the winter. It's okay. Yeah. But beware. Make sure you carry a can of wasp spray. It'll take care of everything. And it's not illegal to carry. You know what I'm saying? That's advice number one. Okay. I'm sure I got a few things for y'all. Make sure you're up on your vehicle maintenance, especially if you plan on taking trips. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like sun's out, guns out. That has a new meaning now. Be wary. You know what I'm saying? Stay woke because they creeping.
Any advice for conservative women who lead a certain lifestyle publicly, who find out maybe their husband isn't on the same page?
You should have been a better wife, and your husband wouldn't have been a deviant. It's all your fault.
So you're saying get more surgery, or just,
more surgery.
Foster open communication so you know what your husband actually wants, so that you do that all along, and it doesn't get leaked to the press. Is that what you're saying?
They both should have had better communication when they were in the talking stage. You know what I'm saying? But since it's at the point where it's at, I feel like in a general sense, if you're gonna be married to somebody, you should want, you know what I'm saying, to an extent, you want their needs and wants adhered to. You know what I'm saying? So it's but you know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta talk, people. You gotta talk. You gotta talk ahead of time. It's that part. But if you get into surgeries anyway, get them bitches. And don't be mad just because you don't like why he's supporting you. He's supporting you. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And if you find out a little too late, right? Like the newspapers and shit is talking about it, and there's pictures online. Don't just get out of there. Don't just get a divorce and go. I know you're already having an affair or whatever, but face this head on. Take him or her now, I don't know, take them by the hand in confidence and say, you know what? I accept my husband Brian, even though it's spelled horribly. I accept them for the way they are and their interests. Wouldn't that make you stronger as a unit, and stronger as a political force? I feel like you have more but just to kind of walk away and look the other way and then just openly have an affair with this other person and leave your husband for them. I feel like that would.
How could you?
That would just cause everybody to sour on you completely. Because you have no.
I can't trust myself.
You have no integrity.
What if you betray us? China's gonna be like, I got a Chinese guy, and they be like, you're just gonna split. You're just move on to the next one,
Because as far as I know, he didn't have sex with any of them. As far as we know, you've been having sex with this other person. So it's as far as we know, you're both in the wrong somewhat. He's soliciting sex workers and dressing up as a busty lady, and you're probably actively sleeping with a coworker. So it's hey, why don't you come together and be stronger together? Yeah.
He's trying to help these women. He's dressing up as a woman because they're more likely to listen to him that way, and he's trying to guide them. He's trying to get them out of that lifestyle, even though it's
you think he's mentoring the sex workers? Oh, that's an interesting angle I never thought of. I don't know why.
Even though it's a completely respectable field of work that they're in,
it is.
He's but you could do so much better though. He's you could get government jobs.
Someday you could look like me with fake boobs on and no makeup or a wig. You could look like a 50-year-old man with big giant fake boobs on that I couldn't even care to put the nipples on right. That they're just all over the place.
That's just how he likes his nipples. You don't know how he likes his nipples,
right?
Okay. If he likes them straight.
Any advice for people who? Sorry, I'm just not even here right now. Erica Kirk and people who are like her.
Oh my gosh! Like, I don't know. Do yourself, like, please, for the sake.
She
of
put out
everybody.
a tweet. She put out a tweet or something like, if I dressed up like him, I'd be canceled or whatever. And it's like, well, let's see it. I'd love to see that. First of all, you're not that creative, hun.
No, high key, yeah. Also, like, where do we even begin? And she would do it like very terribly. His was like spot on. It looks exactly like her. Hers would be like disgustingly, like, just, oh my gosh, like, it's what we do and how we do it. It's both of those things. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I was talking about with 30 Rock. That was her on the episode. And Tracy, so she dressed up as, I think, Bill Cosby or somebody for in the show, as the character in the show, kind of like how Ken Jeong in Community did the thing for whatever.
Yeah.
This is in the show as the character in the show, and then Tracy Jordan, who's Tracy Morgan, dressed up as her character in the show. So it's like everyone's doing it on the show. It's whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's a little dark.
I might have seen from this before. YouTube or some shit. I might have seen a clip of this.
But if Erica Kirk,
confused.
If Erica Kirk did Drewski like to a T, where you blink once and you think it's him in front of you, then it's over. Close the book on this. You did a great job, but she won't because she's a pussy. She's all talk. All these people are just all talk, and they can't do it. They can't do it well. And maybe that's the magic of it, is that you'll never be able to do it because nobody can do it well. Nobody can do it convincingly. Anyway, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This might not go up on audio only, actually, so thanks for watching on YouTube. We love you so much. You're the best. Please comment. We need that to happen. And just, have a great week. Try to have a great week.
Please do. Every day. I want every day to be the greatest day that's ever been.
All right. Peace out, y'all. You know what I'm saying?